Welcome to the shopping district. There's a lot of shops popping up here. Some of them temporary for the time being. I want to build one too. And we've got this really nice corner lot that we can hopefully do something with. What is the store gonna be? I'll discuss it after the outlining. Music store. Yeah, it's a music store. May I direct your attention towards bathrooming, cash money zone, the booth, unlabeled area, rooftop club dancey place, and of course you can't forget the number one thing. Very tall object that I have to have in my build because I like tall objects. It's a radio tower. That's what it's gonna be. Right now it looks a little strange. Hopefully, my building skills will allow me to make this look decent. But yeah, that's the idea. No, I did say a music store. It's not going to be music discs, as in the things you get from creepers. It's going to be custom music note blocks. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if you can tell by my editing style or anything, but I like music. Now, when it comes to music culture and things, I don't know. I probably couldn't name a band if you told me to, but I like music. I played the violin for 8 years. I've played a couple other instruments growing up, and I've made a few songs of my own. So yeah, music's been a big part of a lot of the things I do, and I want that to continue on this server. So music store. It'll be really simple. Most of it's going to be decorative. The main functionality is going to be at this counter here. It's going to be commission-based, so I'll have a barrel or something where people can drop off pieces of paper saying that they want a project done. We'll have a meeting, talk about what they want done based on how many blocks it might take, how much time it might take, if it's a cover, an original song. We'll discuss prices then. But really, it's just an excuse for me to mess around with note blocks, because that sounds like a fun thing to do in my free time. And I think it's going to add a lot of life to the server, and I like to contribute to that. Now, you see this chest here? I've got a few blocks to work with. I've got a very basic color palette in mind. We'll see how it turns out. This is just going to be a rough start. There's only one thing to do, and that's to start placing them. I like it so far. Very, very simple build to start things out. I want the building itself to be somewhat straightforward. I'm taking inspiration from pretty old school record shop, something you'd see in an old town kind of thing. The interior, I'm using mycelium as the carpet, which still needs to spread. But it's that old, really short, flat, kind of gross looking carpet. It looks eerily similar. It's maybe a little purple, but the purple goes with the browns and the oranges that the rest of the building has. So I think it works out. Don't know how I feel about this roof divider thing and the railing. I kind of just went with what I had, and that's what it looks like. We'll see if it turns out well with everything else that's going on up there. But of course, before we focus on an interior or anything, there's a bit of a elephant in the room, and that elephant is a radio tower. I've been procrastinating this for a while. It's gonna be painful to figure out, but I'm sure I can do it. Well, that was interesting. This turned out different than I expected. We went with a different shape. It's triangular now, which you would think would be more difficult, but it actually ended up being easier to do. Also, working backwards from the top to the bottom, that wasn't just me being quirky for a time lapse. That genuinely helped me figure out how to make this look decent. Now, I built this like an hour ago or something, so I still don't know if I like it or not. If you really stare at it and try to pay attention to the diagonals and stuff, the structure doesn't make too much sense, but it's just supposed to give the essence, right? Like, I glance at this, boom, it's a radio tower. It does its job. We've also got a little lighting going on. Lanterns hanging on these with even more lighting inside. Oh, that one doesn't go that way. It's copper bulbs. Nice little unlit dance floor and a little DJ area. Does it make sense that he's staring at this? Not really. That's okay. Maybe I put it this way, but then there's this blank space too. It's fine. I like where it is. It fills out the roof space a bit. And since I've been working on this for so long, the carpet. has finally finished downstairs. Okay, not one block, but the carpet has basically finished downstairs. I could work on this interior now, and we could have this place done, but I want to bookend this video, so I'm going to wait a bit. Because there's one other project I want to work on, which is off that way, towards the J's zone. This bridge is currently a few lines of stone, and I want to fix that. That's much better. Very simple bridge, but I like it. It's a large bridge, don't get me wrong, we're going from here to there, but I wanted it to still remain somewhat subtle. So it's pretty low profile. Any fun details are going on down below here. And we kept the color palette pretty dark. That way it doesn't draw the eye too much. The J zone can still shine brightly up on the hill. And I actually used torches, like on purpose, in a build. And a little world building's always fun. So we've got this path running down to the shore, the riverbank, this area. Got a little shelter under the bridge and a little fishing spot. One thing that helped a lot with the shading of this bridge, stick to rules. Rules are lovely. Of course, sticking to 100% consistency every spot of your shading is going to look a little weird sometimes, but at this scale, it looks fine. I told myself cobble, tough, cobble, deep slate, and then the normal deep slate. And I would do that at different heights depending on what this wood trussing, railing height was at. Made the whole thing very easy to do. Just turn the brain off and place the blocks. And you get a solid product. Could I come back here and add variation in the shading? Sure. But we've already got enough variation, I think. We've got the different arch shapes. We've got this lantern here. We've got the mossy cobble with the ivy coming in once in a while. There's plenty going on here to catch the eye and not make you think too much about this. And it's hidden enough. No one will know. When you step back and it's just a set piece in the world, yeah, it just looks like a shaded bridge. And conveniently, on top, that made this look pretty solid. There's a little texture variation, but these two are so close to each other that I don't really care. And then I just continued the path all the way through. There's some more details I need to add that way. We can explore that path later. I need to go back to you. Welcome back from our quick detour. I still need a name for you. Let's head inside and get some interior done. First up, the booth. It's just a recording booth. I think a different door for this, just like that. Now I kind of want a microphone coming from the ceiling, and if I break these, that's dark oak underneath. So this should be fine. What height is... Oh. What height is this? Oh, that doesn't connect. Never mind, we're not doing the ceiling. So I think I'll just be doing a one of these and a one of these. Question is, where do I put it? Because I also want a carpet in here. Hold on. Okay, so little rug in the corner. That goes there. Now I also have an Enderman head, and I think that would be really funny. And it does look fine from out here. We're sticking with that. In the corner, I could maybe go for like a potted plant. And then maybe like up here we have a speaker or something. Little painting on the back wall. I was gonna cycle it, but I actually really like that one. Okay, I think that's this room done. The booth has been complete. Now here, I'm just gonna do this for now. Don't ask any questions. You'll see why later. But I also want to continue this pot thing. Maybe one here in this corner. Looks lovely. Flower pot next to the chest with a bamboo in it. Maybe we get some item frames. And I can put a bunch of records in these, which I only have one for now, but well, let me get more. Is this false advertisement? Maybe. But who would be buying a record anyway? Surely no one. There we go. That spices up the wall a bit. Now, a crafting table in here would be convenient. Where would I put it? Here? Sure. And I'm gonna have to hang up some signs back here. This time, I can actually label them. There we go. This space is looking much nicer. Last thing I need is something on the floor. Probably a big ol' rug. I don't know why, I just like that design. It's a little quirky, but it works. This corner's a little bland. I could maybe add a little thing here for the recording booth. Here we go. I think I'm gonna add a table here. 2 repeaters and a lever on it to make it look like something's happening. I'm actually going to change that out for this because it's definitely going to look better. There we go. So we got the booth. We almost got this whole space done. Actually, let me do this. There we go. Now that missing spot will never be known about. The bathroom. I think we're going to be using a lot of pale for this. Maybe pale and mangrove. Okay. We need a toilet. What does a toilet look like? I would argue that that's a toilet. Add that on there, and I know exactly what will go in that item frame. I just don't have it on me right now. And I want a mirror to be up here, but I don't know how to make a mirror. Unless, hear me out. Let's bump this wall up one more. And I'll remove this for the mirror. Let's add the table in there. The toilet right here. That's feeling much more claustrophobic. Way better. Oh, it's so perfect. Okay. That might be it. I think the way this paying system is going to work is that I'll have an anvil and then a little barrel of paper. And people can write something on the paper, put their commission up in here. And then, like I said earlier, prices discussed later. But just like a little request ticket system. I just need people to know that they want work from me. And that's all that really matters. But now, to address these signs. Why do I just have 6 signs sitting here? Well, I'm going to custom sign them. But I haven't actually made the things that are going to go on the custom sign yet. So let me do that real quick. Hold on. Be right back. There we go. Aren't they beautiful? If you don't know, sign paintings mod. Things that we have on the server. You can just right click a sign and paste an Imgur link or something like that. And you get this UI. And you can adjust the size and the position of everything. It's wonderful. It also includes this pixelation feature, which has been super useful because that's what the full res image looks like. So, you know, just blur it a bit. Everything works out. Didn't have to be too particular in my Photoshopetry. But all that matters is that these are recognizable. Tried doing some spoofs of some pretty iconic things. I don't want to add any more in here, I think, because that would start causing some lag. But if there's any albums you want to see in here, maybe I can make something. Just let me know. But yeah, I think we're done with this interior. Other than adding the actual functionality bits, but you don't gotta see all that. That being said, there's one feature missing from this place. It's a note block store, and there's currently no note blocks. Welcome to the finished product. Not much has changed, honestly. I had the payment system in the corner. I have the anvil and the barrel, but I have no paper because I have no sugarcane. Sorry. But yeah, of course, I had to do my finishing shots reveal, but you have seen most of this. I added a nice little tree out here on the outside. I don't know what else I've done, honestly. It might just be this, but it ties it well into everything else. Just imagine Clover builds a shop there, Jim right there, Saute right here, Lemon over there. We start filling up this whole area, and this is standing out in the open. It'll be lovely. Sinna might also be recording a very similar bit at the moment. So I don't want to stand on that pressure plate too much and keep playing the music. But you heard it. It's a nice little chime, meant to be a little doorbell walking in and out. We are at a very public area, right? So I don't want to make something loop and play constantly. One, it would get really annoying, and then all my customers would hate me. Two, I don't want to lag out spawn and have my customers hate me. So just a little chime. It's not from anything. I was thinking of doing some kind of cover, but I couldn't figure out anything that would make sense for this building. So I just went with a little original piece. We can sink into the ground here and look at it. Pretty simple. I think there's 9 different, not beats, but like times that blocks play. I used Noteblock Studio. I think that's what the software is called. It makes it very easy to brainstorm some songs and figure some things out. And of course, the name of the place, Red Pulse Records. It's made after a record store. I'm not worried about people thinking they could buy records, because if you think you can buy a record, you can't. And if you're trying to buy a record, what are you doing? Just take my custom music instead, you know? It's as simple as that. Well, I was trying to be sneaky. But yeah, that's it for this place. I might include some of the music I make in future episodes. I might not. We'll see. But I have this. You should tell all the other Backyard members to put songs in their places, because I want that. But anyways, it's time that we wrap up the episode. I've got to traverse back home, if I can find my lead. There it is. We can say goodbye to Red Pulse Records and go head towards the J Zone and cross our bridge. It's such a wonderful bridge, and I like having everyone connected with roads. I like riding my horse around. I was actually working on another road all the way down here. Sate didn't want to do it, but she drew out the road for me. So I'm going to go through here, through Cece's, all the way down to Sate's over here. Everyone's getting connected. I love it. Now, before we make it to my house, I do want to warn you. I may have done a few things without you looking. Now, are they very consequential? No, but it is progress, and it's progress that I would like to share with you. Look, I got a little bored one day, and I did all this terrain work over here. Okay, that's not too bad. Still need to add trees onto it, but I also outlined all of this. Oh, and that's not all, because if we head up the mountain, I also made this giant hole. So obviously, there's some visions I have here. That's for the next episode. If you did like this episode, then make sure to like and subscribe and do the things. I'll see you next time. Bye. 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 Bye.